there is one shot in golf that people can't stand hitting, it is the slice, isn't it? So in today's video, over 3 holes, I'm going to teach you how to fix your slice. It's time to hit them draws. So over the next 3 holes, I'm going to walk you through a couple of steps that will eliminate your slice if done correctly, and it may even allow you to draw the ball. Now, I am an ex-tour pro that played on a tour for 6 years, so I should know how to help out a little bit, all right? So put your trust in me. Tip number one is a scary tip for most people, but this tip I believe needs to happen. Not only will it increase your chances of hitting a draw or the ball straight, it will also increase your distance. That is 2 key parts right there, distance and straightness. Let me show you what it is. So here we have 2 tee shots for the driver, teed up, ready to be tanked down the middle. Now, as you can see, the tee ball on the left is very high compared to the tee ball on the right. So, which one is correct? So, tip number 1 is tee the ball higher. Now, why, you're saying? I'm going to tell you. So, tip number 1, tee the ball higher. Now, this is not how to tee your ball. Teeing it low creates the vision and creates the motion of hitting down and steep on the golf ball. Down and steep usually acquires from coming over the top. So down and steep in this angle would allow me to go down, hit on the back of the ball, push the club down, and let the club release to the left. That will create a slice. That will create the ball wanting to go left to right and the fade or slice. Or it could even create a pull, but we're focusing on the slice aspect. Now, the angle of attack you would use for this is the down and left, which is perfect for your irons. But we're not hitting an iron here, we're hitting driver. So why would we tee it higher? So we tee the ball higher because this allows us to stay behind the ball, get the club underneath us and up, hit up on the ball, hit up and to the right. Key motions there, up and to the right, very key. We don't want to trap the ball. We want to let the ball go as hard as it can, off into the sky and straight. So, tip number 1, tee your ball higher. Don't worry about skying it. Don't worry about anything bad for the first couple of times. Just trust me, get used to teeing the ball higher. I usually tee it half a ball above the top of my driver and hit. Right, so here we go. The ball's teed up high. Let's get it a whack. Yeah, perfect. So tip number 1 seems very straightforward. That alone will not fix your slice, but it's the first step in allowing you to fix your slice. It's like building a house, right? You have to dig the foundations before you can do the rest, I think. That's what we're doing here. We're setting ourselves in good positions to allow us to then hit the draws and get in the right positions to hit the draws or the ball straight, or even just a tiny baby fade. Okay, so just tip number 1, tee it higher, hit up on the ball, not down on it, and you'll be good. So we've actually hit an unreal drive there, and we've left ourselves 8 iron into this par 5. So here we go. All right, straight down it, lads. Oh, it's perfect. That's so good. So good. Flew it all the way there as well. Honestly, I don't know why I'm so chilled out. Like, because I'm teaching you lot, I just feel so chilled out. Like, I should be shouting and screaming about that shot. I've left it about 10 foot left of the flag on the green, 4 eagle, and probably the first eagle on the channel. Great 8 iron, well struck, straight as an arrow. Yeah, great shot. Yeah, look at that. I am so happy with that shot. We had about 150 in, slightly down the breeze. The ball was pitched there, stopped there. We've got this putt for eagle. Right, so I think this ball's going to go a little bit left to right, But like I said, even though it's for eagle and probably the first one on the channel, I'm not that fussed about holding it. I'm more fussed about teaching you lot how to not slice it. So, giving it a good roll. It actually went right to left, so I misread it completely. Anyway, let's just hold it and move on from here. There you go. Easy birdie, team. Easy birdie. Relatively easy birdie for us there. Unlucky not to get the eagle, but we take a birdie. But now let's move on to tip 2, okay? Tip number 2 to help you fix your slice. We are going to need to adjust swing path and angle of attack. Now in tip number 1, we told you to tee the ball higher, which should help with angle of attack. So now we need to show you how to fix the swing path. So, swing path in golf is how the club comes down and goes through. So a neutral swing path would be you get it to the top and you swing neutrally back down the same line. Now most people don't do that. You'll find most people that slice the ball get to the top of their swing and then the club comes out over the top, it gets steep, they carry on through, they go left, the ball starts left, and the only way they can get the ball back to the fairway is to either hold the face open or like do something funny with their hands to fade it, okay? So that's fine if you want to fade the golf ball, but if you want to draw the golf ball, which is what I'm guessing anyone watching this video wants to do, what we actually need to do, first of all, is to get the club traveling underneath us. So whilst we're turning, the club is underneath us, and what this will allow us to do is to actually point the club face to the right, and as we go through the ball, we push the club out towards the right and we finish up as normal. Now, most people will know that the club face dictates where the ball starts. So if you're coming in over the top with a hard open club face, still the club face is going left, which is why it starts left and comes back. So again, just for reference, we want to get to the top, we want to turn our body, let the club slightly slip under, and then we want to push it out to the right and finish the follow through. So I'm going to give you one little drill to really help with this. Tip number 1 was tee the ball higher, which we've done. And now tip number 2, this little training drill I'm going to give you. You're going to get a bottle of water, empty. I mean, mine's got a little bit in it, but I kind of trust myself here. As you can see, it's set up just enough space. There's a little bit of space so that the club can come through and out the other side. Now, why are we doing this? The idea of this, and the reason we're using something that's plastic, is so. On the way down, this is going to make me realise that I can't, and I repeat, I can't come over the top. Because if I come over the top, we're going to smack it, it's going to hit the bottle, we're going to miss the ball completely. So what this bottle is allowing us to do is to actually attack the ball from the inside. Now, this is going to take you a while to get used to, so if you're going to do this, either put something there like a head cover, something that's not going to damage your clubs, because 9 times out of 10, the first time you try this, you're going to smack the water bottle. So this is for path. This will allow us again, one last time, to attack it from underneath ourselves and push the club to the right. So should I show you how it works? So then, we're going to hit this ball, hopefully not hit the bottle, and show you how to hit that nice high draw. Oh, it's so perfect. It is so perfect. There you have it, and the bottle stayed intact. Again, a FYI, if you are going to do that drill, please put something soft there. A bottle with no water in it, a head cover, something that will not damage your clubs, please, because I do not want my comment section filled with, Joe, I tried this and I put a, I don't know, my phone there or something. I broke my phone, I broke my club. I don't know, I don't want that, okay? So try it with something soft or something that can be smacked. Even alignment sticks, okay? Just try it with something soft, please. So we've got roughly 100 yards for our second shot. It is into the breeze, so I'm going to take a wedge and try and knock it down in there. Here we go. That might be one of the best shots I've hit. We have hit another worldie of a shot, an absolute worldie. Holy moly. I mean, again, look at that shot. Absolute chaos. Let's go for back-to-back birdies. This putt should move a little left to right. I think maybe 1 or 2 balls outside the left hand side and we should be good to go. Oh, Joe, you never hit it, man. You never hit it. You never hit it. Oh well. Again, an easy par, and it's not about shooting low scores today. It's about teaching you how to stop slicing it. Time for your third and final tip. Now, we've covered teeing your ball higher. We've covered swing path, which was tip number 2. Now, third and finally, we're going to cover aim. Now, why aim? That doesn't help anything. Let me explain. Aim is just as important as the first 2 tips I've given you. Okay, so we've got the golf ball teed higher. Tip number 1. We know that to start the draw now, we need to attack it from underneath and push the club to the right. But what most people don't understand is aiming. They don't think aiming affects this. Now, when most people start golf, they'll stand there straight and they'll start hitting golf balls and they'll start to slowly fade. So what they'll start to do, slowly move their feet further and further left. And you know what happens? The ball starts to fade more and more and more. Now, the reason for this is you keep the club face straight, but you aim further left. So you still do the same motion, whoosh, yeah? So you know you're going harder left because you're aiming over there for the fade, but the club face is aiming straight. Now imagine when you kick a football. If you want to kick a football and you want to fade it, sometimes you hit it with the outside of your boot and you give it a little flick. It's kind of the same with golf. Now what will happen is, as you aim further left, the club comes over, the club face stays square, so then what happens is, the club face starts coming down, it cuts across the golf ball, setting the golf ball off, spinning like that on its axis. And we don't want that. So the hardest thing to do when you naturally fade the golf ball, or you fade it or you slice it, is actually have the balls to stand there and aim straight. Aiming straight will then allow you to turn, will allow you to push the club to the right, and will allow you to start it on line. That way, it may even just reduce your fade. It may not give you the draw, but it may reduce the fade straight away. So tip number 1, tee it higher. Tip number 2, attack from the inside and push out to the right. Tip number 3, sort the aiming out. Square up to the target. So here we go, team. We've squared ourselves up. We've got a good square stance. We know that we've got the ball teed higher. It's going to help us attack it from the inside and push to the right. So let's see if we can hit that. Oh, it's so perfect. I am so much better when I give everyone lessons. Enjoy your draws, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy drawing the golf ball. Now, I'm hoping most of you haven't left the video because I've given you 3 tips, because I'm going to sneak a couple of extra little tips in for you viewers and fans that stick around for the whole video. So anyone that dipped after the 3rd and final tip, I hope you still slice it. But on a real note, here are some facts about the fade or the slice, which people don't like to accept, and they think that this is the big problem. So the most common conception about the fade or the slice is that it takes distance off your game, is that the draw gives you extra distance. That's actually not true, not factually true. Now, obviously, a big 50-yard slice is not going to be as long as a 5-yard draw. Why? Because with the draw and the 5-yard draw, your ball's working with you. With the 50-yard slice, your ball's working against you. You're not actually going to be able to commit as much power there. It just doesn't work. But some of the longest hitters in the world, Dustin Johnson, play with a fade, a power fade. They are so good at hitting the fade that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They can hit it just as far with a fade as they do with a draw. So myth number one, it doesn't matter if you fade or draw it. It still goes a good long way if you're good. About 80 or 90 yards left. We're going to go with the pitching wedge again. I liked the way I hit that last wedge shot on the last. So we're going to try and recreate that. It's so down it. Oh, it might have just had a little bit too much spin. But it was a very, very good golf shot, so I'm happy. Another fact about the draw golf shot is everyone wants to hit it because of the distance thing that is a lie that I've just told you about. But also, everyone just wants to hit it, but it actually causes you more problems than not. I used to always hit a draw, and controlling a draw on especially fast, firm, hard golf course is very, very difficult because the ball will run a lot further. But at the same time, when you're playing fast, firm, hard golf courses, that also causes you a lot of problems. So as good as it is to think that you're big, you're clever, you can hit these long, high draws, make sure you're hitting the fairway, which with a fade is a lot easier, trust me. Respect the fade, it will actually become your best friend. We did hit a very good golf shot for our second shot, but we didn't get the right amount of spin, so we've left ourselves about 30 foot up the hill. This putt should go quite hard right to left, so let's give it a whirl, shall we? Right to left, right to left, right to left. Oh, and then it went left to right at the end. Good putt though, again, good putt. I can't really complain about these holes because the main goal is to teach you guys to hit the draw or stop slicing it. And guess what? We've gone birdie, par, par. We could have gone eagle, birdie, birdie, but you can't always have it your way. But I'll tell you what you can do. You can stop slicing it with the 3 tips I've taught you. Ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you have enjoyed this video. Hopefully my 3 tips that I've given you have allowed you to either control your slice, start drawing it, or maybe just even hit the golf ball straighter. That is the aim of this video. Now, that being said, I do have to put a disclaimer in. These 3 tips, straight up, the first golf ball you hit, you may not draw it or you may not cure your slice. Like anything good in life, you're going to have to work hard for this, okay? You're going to have to go on the range, you're going to have to hit a bucket of balls. You might even have to do it 3 times a week, 4 times a week. But trust me, once you get it into your swing and your rhythm, you will not need to worry about that slice anymore. Commit to being good, practice makes permanent. So just quickly before we wrap this video up, I do want to say there is many more putting, chipping tutorials on my channel, so make sure you go back and see them if you're struggling with any other aspects of your game. And if there is an aspect I haven't covered yet, please let me know in the comments section because I will film it for you. And hopefully you'll leave some nice comments in the comment section telling me how this video has improved your golf. But anyway, it's time for me to end the video, so please, if you've enjoyed it, smash the thumbs up, subscribe if you are new, turn that notification bell on, follow me across all my socials because we will talk about everything golf related, live golf, PGA golf, the best new golf clubs, the worst new golf clubs. We will talk about it all over there, okay? So make sure you follow me on all them. And as always, everyone, stay chopping.